Hello guys and welcome in. We are going to be talking about some trading ideas, how our trading ideas so far are working out, and we're also going to go over the markets for the week. So without further ado, let's begin. So here is our fear and greed index. Right now we're backing off from extreme greed like we were last week, and we're going to greed. This is good. That means that people are starting to take profits, like I said. So we're going to start coming down this, gauge, and we're probably going to end up in neutral here in about 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. And then hopefully we start going to fear, and that's when we start piling in. So as of right now, we're just kind of waiting for this dial to start moving to the left a little bit more. If we go to the MMRI, you see that we're at 257.8, which is still high risk for a market correction. For the S&P 500 heat map, this week was dismal for lots of companies. Apple lost 6.4%, Amazon 5.3%, Tesla 6.2%, AVGO lost 6.5%, Nike did bad as well. Nike lost another 6.1%. So a lot of companies aren't doing that great. There are some really good companies doing really good, and they're mostly all up in healthcare. But other than that, BX lost 8.2%. So money's definitely flowing in and out of places right now. And it's pretty big swings for the week. So for some of our trading ideas, UNG, once again, I'm just putting this up here like, hey, we're doing really good. I was kind of saying, hey, like buy right here-ish, right? And now we're all the way up to 590. Now, my plan. My plan is to sell calls until $8, that golden line right here. I do think we're going to fill this gap, though, at 625. If you see this gap right here, it's gapped. I'll move this so you can go ahead and see it. See that gap? We should be filling this gap, hopefully. And I think then we're going to be overbought on the RSI, and we're going to pull back down. Also, our MACD has reversed, which is really bullish. Lots of bullish things going on for UNG right now. If we go into our moving averages, you see that we are above the 50 now, which is bullish, and the 20 and the 9. We're still below the 200 though, which is unfortunate. But hey, you know what? We have to start somewhere. So we're starting below the 200 day, and hopefully we can at least touch it at 667. So these are the resistance lines at 625, 665-ish. And $8. That's like the double top up here. All right, and moving on to UROY. So I do have a trading idea for UROY. As you can see here, that the RSI is bearish as of right now. It is about 36, which is not that great. It's not oversold, not overbought, but definitely, reversed from the yellow. So that's not good. UROY has been beaten down into this downtrend right here. You can see quite obviously. I'll draw this really quickly. This is the trend UROY has been following. So that's not very good, but it is hitting this bottom rail right here. So it should hopefully have a bounce up, at least a quick bounce up. The MACD looks pretty bearish. It's reversing down and trending down. If we move on to the moving averages, you have UROY below the 50, the 20 EMA, the 9, but above the 200, which is bullish. So you do have support here, and you have support right here at the 200 day. Now, the trading idea for here, that I would say would be a pretty good idea, is if you would go ahead and sell a $250 put, because right now we're at 248. If you go and sell a 250 put on UROY expiring April 19th, you would go ahead and you would make 30 cents per contract. So that's $250 you'll be putting up. You'll get $30 back. That is about 48% year over year, because this is only 3 months that you're holding it. So yeah, so that's how that would work out. And just being completely transparent, you can see that I even took this trade out and I have 6 contracts. So obviously I believe in it. You don't have to follow me. Obviously none of this is financial advice. Like always, not financial advice. Because if you go ahead and look at Lux Algo here, you see that it's telling you, oh, hey, this might go all the way down to 190. So it is a risk if you go ahead and follow me on this trade. But I do think that there is some support here as well at 220. If you go back, you can see that this was resistance and then it became support right here. So I think we have quite a bit of room before we start going all the way down to, 190. But that's just my trading idea for the week, which I won't always have trading ideas for you guys, just so you know, just kind of what I'm doing. Speaking of trading ideas, let's go ahead and check and see how our Devon Iron Condor is working out. So as of right now, you can see we are stuck pretty much in the middle of the 43 and the 50. If you guys decided to go and take out the Iron Condor idea last week, where I explained how to do that, you guys can definitely go ahead and look. Of last week's episode, we explained how to do that. It is currently right in the middle of 50 and 43, and this is exactly where we want it. So we'll see how Devon Energy plays out. It is above the 50. This is telling us to buy right here. Little buy symbol. We're above the 20 EMA. We're below the 9, but I think we do have a lot of bullish fundamentals on Devon Energy right now. And right now we just kind of want this to stagnate. And I do get it that oil is also not being used as much because of the recession that people are claiming that we're having, and people aren't driving as much. So I do get the fundamentals don't look that great, but Devon does look like a pretty strong company, and it's been taking a lot of losses. Devon used to be all the way up here at 79. I think we priced in a recession pretty good for Devon Energies. So I think it's going to stay up between these two high and low for, a couple of months at least. All right, moving on to cryptos. So right now it's not altcoin season and it's not Bitcoin season either, but we're at 61 on the altcoin season index. So if you look at HUT here, you do see that the RSI is bearish. It reversed down. It's below 50. It went and reversed. The MACD also bearish, not looking good on the MACD and RSI. It did also drop from, $18 all the way to $12. So that's a 33% loss. If you go to the moving averages, you see that right now HUT is bouncing on this 200-day average. And I do know this is a crypto miner and crypto miners do whatever they want, but I can see potentially going ahead and taking out a swing trade here, or if you want to be extra safe, you can go ahead and sell a put for $10 or even $8.50. That would be really safe at $8.50 because you have a lot of support right down here at $8.50. So you can go and sell a put at $8.50 if you want to be safe, or if you want to live a little bit more dangerously, you can go ahead and take out a buy around $11.90, $12, and sell for a loss at around $11.16, like a stop loss at $11.16. That's up to you if you want to do that. And then, take profits somewhere up here at $16.50, $17. That's where I would be looking for if I was going to swing trade this. Totally up to you guys though. HUT does bounce up and down quite a bit, so it does move for sure. And you guys know I hold the Cronos. I do like Cronos way too much. It's not healthy. So Cronos though did go down. It shot down. So that means we're going to have to take this here and we're going to have to move it, and look at that. This is predicting that we're going to go back to 5 cents again. And it does make sense. The MACD is bearish. The RSI is bearish. We're at 37. So if we go to 5 cents, we might hit some resistance on the way, but if we hit 5 cents, hey, you know what? Okay, that's fine. In it for the long hold, And once again, this is cryptos. Cryptos don't exactly follow trends all that well. So take this with a grain of salt. For mid cap and larger cap stocks, they follow this. But since Cronos is trading for pennies, technical analysis doesn't really work all that well with it. So maybe this is a false breakout, but I can't see this being a false breakout. We'll see what happens. So moving on, I'm going to move this line out the way for us. You can see that there's a giant sell button right here. And we are above the 200-day, so we might bounce and hit around 7 cents first. So we might be hitting this 200-day, hit 7 cents, and that might act as support first. So we might hit 7 cents and go back up. That would be awesome. Lux Algo saying that this could go to 5 cents, 6 cents, right? So kind of agreeing with me, saying like, hey, this is possible. Also saying that this is smack dab in the middle of 6.8 cents too, thinking that, hey, this is probably where it's going to bounce off as well. So, also Lux Algo saying, hey, this is where you should have sold or taken a short position out. So lots of indicators are definitely indicating that this is a sell and not a buy right now. So if you want to wait a little bit, that's fine. Or if you don't have any kind of exposure to Cronos and you did for whatever reason, like maybe you like the application of it with the credit cards and stuff, or the prepaid Visa cards, then maybe you want to take taking out a little bit of a first tranche and just kind of follow it down. But that's up to you, and that's up to your personal finances. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know down in the comments below. Bye!